So remember a long time ago, Joker was projected to flop. The movie was projected to make no money at the box office. It was projected to lose money. Okay, but now the movie is definitively on its way to pass $1 billion. Yes, $1 billion. They have been saying, maybe it won't. No, maybe not. And Joker, I talk about Joker sequel because they know that the movie is the first movie was so successful, and and I won't be surprised if people want to see more of Joker, the Joker movie, more of Joaquin Phoenix as Joker, cause in the Dark Knight you only got Joker was only in like one movie, and that's what made his performance really memorable, but they're already talking about a sequel to Joker, okay, um, whether he'll do a sequel. They're already talking about a potential sequel because the movie's gonna pass $1 billion. It is guaranteed the movie's gonna pass $1 billion. Okay, so we gonna have a so we have Joker sales. This is my projections for Joker. So I don't use this site for predicting movie sale for my projections of movie sales. Okay, so horizontal axis label um week year. Okay, so of course here's Joker. Yeah, so Joker on its first week. Well, I'm just going to round it out. Okay, on its first week it grossed $250 million. So $250 million, then 540, then 750, then 840, and now the movie is at now 940, no 930. So I think it was at around 740. So here is here's Joker's sales. Third week, fourth week. It's the fifth week. And we had the first 5 weeks. So here's the first week of Joker. It sold $250 million. And then 540 to $550 million. 740 and 840 and 930. And I would predict it's gonna gross another like 10 million by the end of that. It was gonna gross 970 million, which is gonna be a steep decline from last week. And then the next week it'll gross $20 million. And then the week after that will gross another $10 million. No, $15 million. Which means the movie would have passed the $1 billion mark on its 8th week. Yeah. Okay, this movie, and at the end, we'll be using here at the end of the box office. I think the movie's gonna gross it's gonna gross around here. So this is the end of the box office here, and this is what I think the possible sales curve is gonna be. Well, of course, if you see from here this week to this week, it was another $110 million. Yeah, because last week the movie reached $840 million. It was from 740 million dollars, and the movie actually increased in sales to around $90 million. So if we use this here, so if Joker continues dropping like that internationally, we're gonna say it goes to 40 million internationally and around 15 million domestic. No, it goes to here, and then 50 million worldwide, which I think it's gonna be a if it continues unholding, we could possibly see $1 billion next week. Already next week. So this is the movie continues to perform the way it does. I don't think it's gonna do like this, 30 million. But considering how it did this week, $90 million, and that is on its 6th weekend, and then the movie grosses another $50 million, 30, 20, 15. You know, and at the end is the end of the box office one. If Joker continues performing like this, we could possibly see a passing Captain Marvel. You know, which is the rest of the weekends of Joker, which could be around $45 million sold. But what's to say it sells after that? Because it will probably sell 10 million afterwards, 8 million, 6 million, 4 million, 3 million, blah blah. But we're going to put like a composite number here and say it sells $45 million more after between its 10th weekend and the last weekend. So we could possibly see Joker really being, really over in the face of Disney, of Captain Marvel. Okay? No one was expecting the movie to pass $900 million this week alone. International, so here, this model here sees Joker performing exactly like Aquaman. Exactly like Aquaman if it performs at the best. One, we all know it's going to decline next week because I think the realistic one would be the one I already sold. Which is pretty realistic. I think this is the more realistic one. And this is the more realistic one I think will go. But I think if Joker does perform like that, that's how I think I'll probably end up like. So here's Joker, and it seems the movie will probably start slowing down here, and this is Joker. Okay. And especially if you can actually compare it to the worldwide totals of Captain Marvel. Okay, especially compare it to the worldwide totals. So Captain Marvel opened with around 350 million, then 700, then 780. It was on 850 or something, 930. And Captain Marvel reached $1 billion. This is Captain Marvel. Versus Joker. See here, Joker is going to need to have, better wigs. But Captain Marvel did have the help of Big Signer to save its movie from being a box office disaster. You can see that Captain Marvel stopped really having wigs around like its 5th week. But I don't have to know it's for Captain Marvel because it was such a long time ago. Okay, so, and here's Captain Marvel's performance. I know one's Aquaman, but I need to really look up the international week by week international. It's box office mojo order numbers will provide a week by week. Do they have a week by week international? They don't really do that. Box office mojo doesn't really do that anymore either. They used to week by week international sales. I know Captain Marvel at least opened with $357 million worldwide, $350 million, and then it was 700 on its second week. But they don't really tell you the international sales for this movie. They say the top in some way per territory. Of course, it can add up the opening and the weeks of, every week, but some countries have no data here, okay? Some countries have zero data here for some reason. Like, for example, New Zealand, you can't really find its first week. So, and they don't really tell you the actual opening of this movie. And box at disposal, you can't really find that either. They don't even have the weekend updated, so you can look up again Captain Marvel. Shazam showed up. And what they do it for see they do show the opening, but they don't really show the actual international opening. Yeah. You'll actually have to combine all of these, and it will make this video too long. So, but I was keeping track of Joker's box office. I didn't really keep track of, a movie that nobody cares about box office. Another movie it could pass is another DC movie called Aquaman. Okay, it could go as high as Aquaman. Okay, Aquaman here they have. I'm just gonna use it here. It could go as high as Aquaman. Okay, no one was expecting this movie to pass 1.1 billion dollars. I was using Captain Marvel as an example because it came out in the same year, but Aquaman is another movie it could do. If it does at the best of optimal wigs, it could beat Spider-Man, Far From Home. Actually beat Captain Marvel. Not Spider-Verse. Far From Home. Um, Also around 1.114 billion dollars. So if Joker does perform at the best way, and it continues performing at very very small drops, we'll see $1 billion next week. And at the end, nine, 10. Let's here's the other projections. And here's at the end of its box office one. This is the one. This is the way Joker could probably, and this it will be, which means the worldwide comparisons will be between Spider-Man: Far From Home, Aquaman, and still does as well internationally as Aquaman without China's help, and Captain Marvel. If it does well with these movies, it will definitely say, oh, maybe we don't need China's help to make a movie do well. Another movie that didn't need China to do well at the box office is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but then grossed $1 billion. It didn't break records or anything. It only made $370 million worldwide, and it actually got canceled in China. It did come out in Hong Kong, but Hong Kong does not have censors for China. Did Joker come out in China? I can see Joker come out in China. Joker come out in China. No, in Hong Kong. Because that's the only part of China they probably, they technically it did come out in China, but I think we're talking about mainland China. It did come out in Hong Kong and Taiwan, but we don't want to go into that issue of which Chinese government is Chinese politics basically now. But yes, technically, two places that one place is a power of China and another place that calls itself the Republic of China or Taiwan also has this movie out. And that's basically it about Joker. Joker could probably gross up to $1 billion, 1.2 billion, 1.040 billion dollars at the worst. But if it continues performing like it does, it'll be at $1.140 billion. But that means that international sales will have to do extremely. The movie will have to go to another the movie will have to continue having extremely small drops internationally and domestically in order for Joker to actually make this number. But I think the original number of 0.140 is very much more likely, or 0.120, as well as more movies continue to come out. Because if you look at the release schedule here, we have Midway and Doctor Street, which are both competition for Joker. Tony Dark Fate wasn't really competition. You also have not really Board v. Ferrari, not really Charlie's Angels. I don't think anyone really wants to see a Charlie's Angels remake. And yes, 4 Ferrari will be competition for Joker. And on November 22nd, we have 22-1 Bridges and Citizen. That's remake of Citizen Kane. And 21 Bridges competing with it and Disney's movie Frozen, but Maleficent 2 didn't really phase Joker's sales, and Knives Out, which is also competition. It's also made by Ryan Johnson, so you never know. And they have it for November, and of course, um, of course, box office movies doesn't go past that day, that week. So, well, Joker probably won't be making as much money as now, but you have The Boy 2, um, competing with Joker. And at Christmas, which I think they'll probably want to keep the movie in at Christmas. We have Black Christmas, Jumanji competing with Joker, um, Star Wars, Cats, and they're probably gonna try to keep it in the small amount theaters by then, because new movies come out and they push down old releases and they don't really. Well, considering that Joker will probably out like $1 million to $2 million, make to $5 million in the holidays. You can see movies it'll be competing with 1917. Um, but there's no comic. But the real competition for Joker will be a comic book movie, and the next comic book movie, or they don't have one for 20. They don't have the list for 2020. And I think the next comic book movie is Birds of Prey. I think it'd be Birds of Prey. I think Birds of Prey is the next. Okay, look up. I think the next comic book movie is coming out in 2020. No, of course it's coming out in 2020, but the comic book movies. The only going over movies that are coming out: Deadpool 3, Women, no, Ant-Man 3. But 2020, I think the first comic book movie coming out in 2020, first major one is Birds of Prey, which Joker will be out of theaters by then, probably, and be making its runs on the home video. So that's basically about Deadpool. No, not Deadpool. Joker. Joker will pass $1 billion. Goodbye.